What happens when a tiny ant faces off with a big hungry frog in the wild? It sounds like a battle of brains versus brawn, doesn't it? Let's find out with Andy. One bright and warm morning, Andy the ant was out and about, his little legs carrying him across the sparkling grass. He was on a mission, a food hunt for his colony. The sun was shining, the air was fresh, and Andy's tummy was rumbling louder than ever. Suddenly he spotted the biggest, juiciest crumb he'd ever seen, sitting right by a glistening puddle. It looked like a treasure just waiting to be claimed. Jackpot, Andy thought, his tiny stomach growling with excitement. He could almost taste the delicious treat already. But as Andy zoomed closer, his feet suddenly stopped. Something didn't feel quite right. Wait, is this too easy? He wondered, peering around carefully. Why would such a perfect crumb be left all alone? Andy remembered what his wise grandma always said. Think before you act. She'd told him stories about clever ants who avoided danger by being careful and using their heads. So, instead of rushing in, Andy looked around and spotted a tiny stick nearby. He decided to use it just in case. He gently poked the crumb with the stick, testing to see if it was safe. Suddenly, splash! Pause for effect. Out of nowhere, a big green frog shot out of the water, its mouth wide open. The frog had been hiding, waiting for breakfast to come close. But instead of catching Andy, the frog chomped down on the stick. He looked surprised and a little bit silly with the stick poking out of his mouth. Andy didn't wait another second. His heart thumping, he dashed away as fast as his legs could carry him, zigzagging through the grass to safety. Phew, that was close. Andy took a deep breath, feeling both scared and proud. He had outsmarted the frog. Back at the anthill, Andy gathered his friends and told them the whole story. They listened with wide eyes, amazed at his clever thinking. From that day on, all the ants in the colony remembered Andy's adventure. They learned to pause and think before rushing into anything, no matter how tempting it seemed. And that's how Andy the ant became a hero in his colony, proving to everyone that being smart and careful is even cooler than being the fastest. So remember, little thinkers, always use your brain before you leap. Sometimes a clever idea can save the day.